Hey my friends, welcome to this week's blog. This is a review of the RAV PAN D major. This is the exact same scale that's available on the RAV Vast 2, but it's just transposed to this instrument. The D major scale typically has a happy, sort of nostalgic feel, and this is a great instrument for playing with other musicians. So if you're playing with a guitar player or a pianist or a flute player, this will be a good choice for people who like to collaborate or people who like to write songs that have a familiar chord progression, because a lot of pop tunes and even some folky songs follow this progression. So I'm going to show you what the notes sound like, and we can talk a little bit more about this instrument. Let's take a look. Here are the notes of the RAV PAN D major. So one thing a little bit different on this generation of RAV PAN are the plugs. The D major plug does not come out like the B minor or B Celtic pan. This one is just attached to it, but this tunes the Helmholtz resonance inside of it to a D2. So it keeps the equilibrium within the instrument the same as what's present when playing in the top. And this leads to an overall more stable instrument. This also has well-tuned shoulders. The shoulders are tuned to the second to last note. And this also adds to the stability of the instrument. So you have a little more options percussively. So these features help to tighten the quality of the instrument and provide stability for different styles of playing. Here's a song on the D major RAV PAN. Alright, my friends, a question that I'm inevitably going to be asked about this is this RAV PAN better than the D major RAV Vast 2 that's available? And my answer to that would be, it depends on the situation. If you're looking for an instrument that you can just throw in your car, not worry about it really, that's pretty impervious to other people trying it, the RAV Vast 2 may be a good option if you're taking it up a mountain, or if you want something with more sustain and more overtones, because there are more notes tuned into each of the tongues on the RAV Vast 2 than on a handpan. That being said, the handpan has a different tonal quality. It's a little warmer, it's more ceramic sounding, and almost woody. The particular scale as well feels very different played on a handpan versus being played on the RAV Vast. So depending on what your tonal preference is, you may want to get either of them or both of them. It just depends on what you like. Again, I think handpans for me are good if I'm going somewhere that I know that I can keep them safe, and that they can be handled safely by other people if I want to let them try it. Again, I busk usually with the RAV Vast, and I find that that instrument is great because you can just hand it to people and you don't have to really worry about it. Handpans, again, are based off of tension in the notes, so you can of course get them retuned. It's not the end of the world if they come out of tune eventually, but with proper care they'll stay in tune for a very long time. But it's all preference. But I think the D major RAV PAN sounds amazing. It's a very warm, very clean sounding instrument with not a lot of resonance between the notes. So if you're hitting the ding, it's not activating the octave pair, which is interesting because the Pygmy RAV PAN has a lot of that positive resonance, or people call it crosstalk, but it's usually a negative term. But every note is very isolated on this. So if you're hitting it, you're just hearing that pure tone. And some makers go for that. They want it to just be the individual notes and not cause any crosstalk. Other people want there to be a bloom of notes when you hit the ding or the other notes. So again, it's a preference thing, but this is a very clean, very warm, and very solid feeling handpan. So you guys should check out the D major RAV PAN if you have a chance, and look for a review of the B Celtic, which is very similar to the scale, coming up soon. And again, between the two of these, it's really just a tonal preference and a situational preference. So handpans are great, RAV Vasts are great, it's just your preference. So hope you guys enjoyed and hope this was helpful, and I will talk to you next week. Stay well.